Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video we are going to see how to make a bow tote bag. The link to get the pattern is in the description under the video. To make this bag you will need the pattern printed and cut, lightweight cotton fabric for the lining, lightweight cotton canvas for the exterior. Take the cotton canvas fabric, put the pattern pieces on top according to the cutting layout, cut out all the pieces. Transfer all important markings into the fabric. Take your lining fabric. Put the pattern pieces on top according to the cutting layout. Cut out all the pattern pieces. Transfer all important markings directly into the fabric. Take the bow pieces in exterior fabric and lining. Place the lining on top of the exterior fabric right sides together and stitch the top and bottom edges with a 1 cm seam allowance. Clip the curves, then turn the piece right side out. Press the seams. Top stitch 5 mm from the edge. Take the bow center loop in exterior fabric and lining. Place the lining on top of the exterior fabric right sides together and stitch 3 sides with a 1 cm seam allowance, leaving one short side open. Clip the corners, then turn the piece right side out. Press the seams. Top stitch both long sides 5 mm from the edge. Take one exterior bag panel, mark the center of the panel, then from the top edge, the opening of the bag, mark a point 8 cm down. Take the bow center loop and mark its center. Place it right sides together on the back panel, aligning the closed short edge of the loop with the mark you just made. Stitch 1 cm from the edge of the loop. Take the bow piece and mark its center. Draw a line along the middle. From this line, create small pleats by folding the fabric towards the center to form the bow shape. Secure the pleats with a few hand stitches to hold the bow in place. Place the bow on the back panel with the center loop, with the wrong side of the bow facing the right side of the back panel. Align the bottom corners of the bow 5.5 cm from each side of the lower center of the back panel. Match the edge of the bow to follow the curves of the bag's edges. The upper corners of the bow should be positioned 23 cm from the edge of the handles. The corresponding placement marks are also indicated on the pattern. Pin then stitch around the bow 5 mm from the edge. Remove the hand stitches from the center of the bow. Fold the bow center loop upward. Pin the raw edges of the loop in the center along the top edge of the back panel. Stitch 5 mm from the edge. Place the second exterior back panel on top of the one with the bow right sides together. Pin, then stitch all around with a 1 cm seam allowance. Clip the curves, then press the seams. Take the lining pocket piece and fold it in half, wrong sides together. Stitch the top edge with a 5 mm seam allowance. Next, take one lining back panel. Place the pocket on it centered and right sides together. Stitch all around the pocket except along the top edge with a 5 mm seam allowance. Finish by stitching down the center of the pocket to divide it into 2 compartments. Place the second lining panel on top of the one with the pocket right sides together. Pin, then stitch all around with a 1 cm seam allowance, leaving an opening of about 15 cm at the bottom to turn the bag right side out later. Clip the curves, then press the seams. Turn the lining right side out and leave the exterior of the bag wrong side out. Insert the lining inside the exterior right sides together. Align the centers and seams, then pin in place. On one side of the bag, stitch along the curves of the opening and the handles with a 1 cm seam allowance. On the second side, mark points 10 cm from the edges of each handle, then stitch the curves between these two marks with a 1 cm seam allowance. Clip the curves, then press the seams. Turn the bag right side out through the opening in the lining. Press the seams again to give the bag a neat finish. Using the opening left in the handles, align the exterior fabric with exterior fabric and the lining with lining right sides together, matching the seams and centers. Pin, then stitch with a 1 cm seam allowance. Fold the seam allowances of the opening to the inside. Press and pin. Finish by top stitching all around the bag handles at 5 mm from the edge on both sides. Take the two handle loop pieces, the one from the exterior fabric and the one from the lining. Place them right sides together, then stitch along the two long edges with a 1 cm seam allowance. Press the seams, then turn the piece right side out and press again. Using pinking shears or zigzag scissors, trim the short edges or finish them with an overlock stitch to prevent frying. Top stitch along both long edges 5 mm from the edge. Wrap the loop around the handles, then fold it in half right sides together, aligning the centers. Stitch the short edges with 1 cm seam allowance. Turn the loop right side out to finish. Fold the edges of the opening in the lining toward the inside by 1 cm. Pin to hold in place. Stitch 2 mm from the edge to close the opening or use a hand slip stitch for a more discreet finish. Your bag is now complete. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to leave them in the comments or to contact me on my social media. All of the links are in the description under the video.